Okay, so let's see question number 8 from October 2023 paper. So here, so basically this is a question from sequence and series. It's from series. Okay, sequence and series number 8. What they have asked there, in a large theater, there are n rows of seats where n is a constant. Okay, the number of seats in the first row is A. Okay, in each subsequent row, there are 4 more seats than in the previous row, so that in the second row there are A plus 4 seats. In the third row there are A plus 8 seats. The number of seats in each row form an arithmetic sequence. It's pretty easy to understand that this is what an arithmetic progression, because it is increasing by a constant amount. There is a common difference, which is 4 there. Yeah. Okay. So given that the total number of seats in the first 10 rows is 360. So you need to figure out the value of A. Okay. So the total number of seats, like in this type of questions from series, most of the students get confused, like whether to consider the equation for the nth term or the sum of n terms. So in this case, they said what? The total. It is written in bold, right? So in that case, you need to understand that it is the what? The sum of the seats till the 10th row. Okay. So what's the formula for sum of n terms in arithmetic progression? This is n over 2 twice of A plus n over 2 plus n minus 1 times D, right? So here we got the common difference. D is equals to what? 4. It is increasing by 4. Okay. So 10 rows. For 10 rows, it will be 10 over 2 n over 2. So twice of A. The first term is what? It's unknown. Okay, A. So twice of A plus n over 2. Okay. The sum of n terms of an arithmetic progression is 2A plus n over 2 plus 2A plus n minus 1 times D, right? It has to be n over 2. So 10 over 2. Sorry? The screen is frozen. Okay, is it fixed now? Perfect. So for a for an arithmetic progression, the sum of n terms, first n terms of a sequence given by what? N over 2 times. It should be multiplied. Not n over 2 times twice of A plus n minus 1. N is 10 here. So n minus 1 is what? N minus 1 times D. The common difference is 4. This is equal to how much? 360. 360. So from there, find out the value for a. Size of a plus 6 equals to 720. So a would be 720 minus 360. Sorry, 720 minus 36 over 2. This is 342. 342. That's the value for a. Okay. Next is given also that the total number of seats in the n rows is how much? In the n rows is 2146. So you need to show that n squared plus 8n minus 1073 equals to what? 0. So in this case, what we should consider, like 2146, is it the sum of the numbers, the nth term? The total number of seats in the n rows. Okay, that means it will be the sum. Okay, let's consider the sum. You thought it was nth term. If it was nth row, sorry, it would, they would say n, the nth row, but this is n rows, that's why. Okay, so same, the sum would be what? N over 2, n over times twice of a is 684 plus n minus 1 times 4. This is equals to how much? 2146. Okay, so multiply both sides by 2, so you'll get 684n plus 4n minus 4 equals to what? 4200 4292 multiplied by 2. That's how we got 4292. Okay, now what we can do, take everything to the same side. Oh, there should be n squared. Look, n multiplied here 4 and it will be 4 n squared, negative 4n. Yeah, so 684 negative 4n is how much? This would be 680, right? So 4n squared plus 680 n minus 4292 equals what? 0. Now what you can do, divide both sides by 4. So n squared plus 680 over 4 is 170. N minus 4292 over, this is 1070. 1073 equals to what? 0. But they wanted 8n. For n minus we got 170 there. 680 over 4, 170. But they got 73. Sorry, 8, just 8. Okay. Then I think they considered the nth term here. Okay, for nth term, what would be the case? A plus A is what? The first term. This was 342. N minus 1 times 4. A plus n minus 1 times it equals to 2146. So 342 plus 4n. If you consider nth term, then you won't get n squared. The mistake was there. Okay, 360 is being multiplied by 2. No, it should be divided by 5. The mistake happened there. It was 10 over 2, this is 5, so 360 over 5, this is 72. So the value of A would be what? 18. Okay, this is the value of A. So in place of A, it should be twice of A. So this is 36. You will get 36 n there. (36 minus 4). This is what? 32. So it will be 32 n. 32 divided by 4. This is 8. That's fine now. 8 n minus 1000. Okay, that's it. The process is fine. Our mistake was in the calculation. Okay. So in this type of questions, always keep in mind like how to figure out whether to consider the sum of n terms or consider the formula for nth term. So since in this case they said the total number of seats in the n rows, this means that this is the sum. That's why we considered the equation for the sum. If they have said their nth row, in that case we would consider formula for nth term of an arithmetic progression. Okay, fine. So for part C, state the number of rows of seats. The number of seats in the theater. Okay. Can you see it now? Which part you couldn't see? Okay, is it fixed now? Okay. So for part C, they asked what, hence state the number of rows of seats in the theater. Okay. So we need to find out the value for n. Just solve the equation that we found earlier, n squared plus 8n minus 1073. So if you do so, just use the quadratic formula for C1. N would be what? 8 and 1073. Okay. Minus b plus minus square root of b squared. B squared is what? 8 squared. It's 64 plus 4292 over twice of a. So the value for n would be -8. This is a square root number. This is 66 over 2. So you'll get either n equals to 29 or n equals to, the other one would be negative. So ignore. Number of rows can't be negative. So ignore the negative one. Okay. So for part 2, find the maximum number of seats in one row. Okay. So maximum number of rows. Sorry, maximum number of seats. Okay. So in this case, since this is an arithmetic progression, so the number of seats, it's increasing by 4 in each of the rows, right? So that means it will keep increasing, and the last row of the theater will have the largest number of seats. Okay. So since the number of rows is 29, so let's find out the 29th term of this arithmetic progression. So find out the 29th term. So that would be what? A is what? 18. Okay. A plus n minus 1. So 29, 28. 29 minus 1, this is 28 times the common difference. This is 4. So what would be the total? 130. So the answer is, the maximum number of seats is 130 in this theater. That's it.